Hi guys, thanks for tuning in. Today is day one of our lockdown. Wait, silent my phone. Okay, so we were supposed to come online. We were thinking of coming online yesterday when we were planning to do this series, right? So moving forward, we will, me and Bobby, we plan to come online once a week, every week. We were going to do on Monday, but as you know, yesterday, Monday was the eve of lockdown, and Muhyiddin was coming online to give a speech. So we decided, okay, for today, we will shift. For this week, we will shift to Tuesday. And so we are coming live 9:30 today. We'll be talking about some topics, what happened over the last 1 week. And also, we will be responding to your questions. A few people have submitted their questions in the comment section of our posts. We will tackle them one by one. Of course, we also respond to questions from you guys in the comment section. Okay, so hello everybody, and let's get started, Bobby.
Con, just now when you started that time, right? I look at the live counter. There was only 6 person. As you thought, now got 78. Yeah. Thank you. I think Heng Ong Huat, Kintaro Zuma,
Jonathan, Henry Siu,
Tana is here. Gary
David, Jared. Thank you so much all for tuning in.
Henry Siu. Henry, our brother.
Derek, Nitin,
Jared.
Yeah.
Wow.
So hope everybody watching, hope you guys are staying safe. It's getting very dangerous out there, right? I'm sure all of us, if we haven't kena the virus, we probably knew someone personally who kena it. So everybody just stay safe. And Eugene, Mr. Average Savings.
Mr. Average Savings
is here, right? Okay, Amir, we'll get to your question later. So now full lockdown for 2 weeks, okay? And what's catching your attention?
No, I'm reading the long comment from Amir.
Oh, okay. Expect your first baby very soon.
Yeah.
Okay, so everything has come grinding to a halt. And one of the unfortunate things that has come grinding to a halt is the progress of your 6 series paint job. So how your 6 series?
I see that it's in the it's again it's this pains me.
Okay, wait, hold it. So in this shape, right? This picture, right? This reminds me of the F10 M5 Blue.
But this one is after they sand it, so it looks a bit matte.
Yeah.
Thomas is like Darren Sherbo song. Darren, I still love you, Darren. I love you, Darren.
We love you, Darren. We all love you.
So actually, for me, it's more about the sentimental thing, Most people, when they do a repaint, they are like, wow, super excited, you know. They can't wait to see it in the new color. But for me, it's a bit like, oh shit, all my memories with this car is in gray. And suddenly it's another car. So, and I'm fortunate that I can have other cars to use. And now MCO, we're not going to drive anyway. So drag that law, never mind law. But then I maybe a little bit part of me excited also. I want to see how it looks like, because I go and pull some Audi combo, right?
That's quite baller actually. But are you going to have that matte finish on the A pillars? Can they achieve that?
No, it's just silver. It would just be silver paint, but they have a way that is able to look a bit like stainless steel or something like that. You know what's funny? The other day I accompanied my friend to go and look at the 6 series.
Oh, yes.
The one that everybody was looking at it, right? So my friend wanted to buy, right? And unfortunately, he was beaten by a cash buyer.
Oh, damn. So tak jadi.
tak jadi lor, the cash buyer bought it. But you know, that car has the chrome trimming around the window edges. Mine is gloss black.
Oh, yours gloss black. All right, right.
Yeah. So mine is like the sportier spec. His is the luxury spec. Remember, there was a time when BMW thought this is a good idea.
Luxury, modern, yeah.
Sport, luxury, and urban. Remember that?
Yes, right? yes.
And I was like, hey, you go and ask the owner if he wants to mod it to look sporty, right? I don't mind changing my original gloss black one with his chrome one. Don't ask him go and spray black his chrome one. So I mean, the one is just. So I was attempting to go for the update look lah. Right. Wow, we have 158 people joining now. A lot of new people. Austin, Jason Wong, SQ Teo, Theophilus Chin, the legend.
The legend is with us.
Oh, Theophilus.
The legend is with us.
Thanks for tuning in. Yeah,
wow.
So I think the car tomorrow, as you all would have known, I am also spraying the Marvelous paint protection spray.
Yeah.
So they have to first. Oh, I cannot bear looking at it like this. So HP,
it gets better from here.
No. The one in the spray room one. Next. Yeah. Anyway, yeah, they're gonna spray the paint protection spray. So in a way, okay, let me explain a little bit. It's what I learned from JC also. So painting, there are multiple layers of paint. Of course, there's the underlying coat, and then after that, they have multiple layers of clear coat, right? So clear coat also spray just like spray paint. So this paint protection spray, the application process is exactly like spraying paint. So it gels together with the clear coat, and it has paint protection properties, just like PPF. And it costs around that of ceramic coating. So Marvelous is very kind. They are offering a discount for Evo Club members. So any one of you who are keen, you can just look at the scrolling text down there. You can just if you're interested, you can just PM Marvelous to Horizon Malaysia's Facebook. All right, so they will give you a discount. Yeah, only for you guys. All right. So that's the.
Okay, but one thing, that day I saw them. They QC process. They will scratch your car and burn your car to make sure that the coating is jadi.
Oh well, yeah. So
but this in this picture, it's shaping up to be very promising. This is shaping up to be very promising.
I don't know, because every time I look at the car, the picture, the car, right, the blue seems to behave differently. So every time I look at it, it has a different shade one.
This looks once again like the F10 M5 color.
It's not. If you if you put side by side the picture, right, the F10 M5 color is brighter, it's lighter.
Hello
from United States. Hello, Tyson.
Hello. Wow, nice.
Yen Wen, Bawin, Jakta Singh,
Mitesh,
Marco, Derek. Thanks for tuning in.
Thank you all guys for spending your first night of lockdown with us.
Yeah.
Okay. So guys, if you are interested to try out Marvelous on your cars, PM Marvelous to our Horizon Malaysia Facebook inbox, and you get to enjoy discount of up to 800 plus ringgit, right, for your application. But we are not done yet, because we still have something else, another special from Evo Club. We are going to have our very own fire extinguisher.
Yeah, that is exciting. And okay, let me explain a little bit now that we are now doing a pre-order, because we need enough pre-orders to actually get this done with the manufacturer. right?
Yeah.
But we found this product to be excellent. And this is an excellent product. Okay, let me talk a little bit about this. There's two train of thoughts here. So if something caught fire, of course you just want to put out the fire because you want to prevent the total damage. We want to prevent total damage. That's why it's always recommended to have fire extinguishers of any kind, right?
Correct.
Of any kind. However, the current fire extinguishers that we have all over, the dry powder fire extinguisher, right? A lot of times, a lot of people who have successfully put out fire in their car or in their kitchen and all that, right? They are greeted with another issue, which is the issue with cleaning up because of the residue of dry powder. And some people may not know this. Data centers don't allow dry powder fire extinguishers. Why? Because dry powder fire extinguisher is corrosive to electronics, IC chipboards, wires and all that. It is corrosive. So we found this product that we working with our partners Nanex, that it is gas based. So when you watch movies, data center, when they have fire, the gas pump out from the ceiling, right? It's gas based. So this is gas based. It has zero residue. That's the most important thing. And it is the size of a 500 ml. It's not CO2, Thomas. It's not CO2. CO2 cannot put out electrical current fires.
Yeah.
They can only put out like fuel, petrol, oil, and that type. So this is better than CO2, in fact. So yeah. And this one, it is the size of the 500 ml water bottle, which is even smaller than the 500 gram dry powder canister. All right, it is smaller than the 500 gram dry powder canister, but it is equivalent in capacity to the 1 kg dry powder canister. And another good thing is that it is not pressurized. So the canisters that we have, dry powder and all that, they are all pressurized, right? So this is solid state, meaning that it's a block in there, and it takes the reaction, and then the gas will blow out. So this is in a way safer and all that, and it's smaller. And Muazzam, it won't letup under heat because it is not pressurized. It is not pressurized. You can put it anywhere. 5 years, zero maintenance needed. Absolute zero maintenance needed because it will not lose pressure. It is not pressurized. So it is, you can put it under front seat. You can put it anywhere because it is not pressurized. The reaction is not a release of pressure. The reaction that it uses is the trigger behind that turn the solid state into gas. Yeah. So different from dry powder. Dry powder, when they blast out, is cold because it's pressurized. This one, when it was blast out, it is actually hot. It is like 30 over degree hot, man. Because it is a reaction. And we're gonna try and bring this in, but we are opening the pre-order. It's a bit like Kickstarter, right? If everybody spread this, everybody order together with us, we have enough orders, then we can get it in for everybody. I'm estimating August. So
just PM.
Something exciting, because we berapa? Yes. So the official selling price is 220 each, and we are planning to let everybody book two canisters at 360. At 360.
Yeah.
So
PM us on Horizon Facebook.
You can PM if you're interested. Then people can help you. Okay, it's not about how many seconds can it last, Daniel. It is equivalent to a 1 kg dry powder. So, and after MCO ended, the first 100 people who put in the orders, we will organize actually not just first 100 maybe we can organize a few sessions. We will try to organize for the first kickstarting group of people. Yeah. We will organize a session whereby you get to experience it. You get to learn how to put it out. We're gonna invite the bomba and got fire and all that. Everyone take turns to practice using this. Yeah. So that's what we're gonna do it later.
And I want to highlight a question from Nitin. if it's not pressurized, what propels the fire retardant material? So that because inside, right, the aerosol is in the canister, is in a solid state.
Yes.
So when it's activated, it becomes gas.
Yeah.
Okay? And when solid state goes to gas, there's that natural expansion, and that propels the gas out of the canister.
Yeah. And the best part is that you press the trigger at the back, it turns the solid state into gas, right? You can treat it as a smoke grenade. Basically, if your car got a small fire, right, you don't need to activate it and point at the fire. You just activate it and then you throw it inside your car and close your door. Yeah. And then the gas will put out the fire. Yeah. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Albert, where do you suggest to put? This is small enough to put into the door pocket. Most, even the smallest 500 gram fire extinguisher, right? Only certain cars with the proper door pocket, the slanted one, where I always point out those that can put a large bottle. Only those, the 500 gram one, only those can put. This one is small enough to put inside the glove box. You can put inside door pockets everywhere. It fits inside a handbag as well.
Yeah.
All right.
You were saying that in our meeting. Yeah.
So so this is what we're planning and doing for the car community. So and those who are interested,
Eugene, please don't.
DM our Facebook.
Eugene, please don't. Okay, when my wife is angry, I use it around her. Don't.
Eugene, we'll come out with one with a trigger to vibrate one.
We want. we still need you to calculate our average savings for us.
Anyway, all right, let's move
and speaking of average savings, you know something very coincidental, a few weeks I know last week I was just telling you guys over team meeting that it's time, my Silver E39 is about reaching 5,000 kilometers for my Evo Club insurance top up already.
Yeah.
So then I was like, okay, got to top up soon already. And then suddenly, government announced lockdown. So wait long. So the car not moving, So I can wait until after lockdown only I top up long. So
my Aston still got 2,000.
My
Aston I still got 2,000.
Still got 2,000 Good lah. My E39, also my sister-in-law's Saga, both also just about hitting 5,000. By right, supposed to top up already one.
You imagine that 6 Series that I went and see 10-year car, 15,000 km.
Wow.
It's real mileage, guys. It's real mileage. I saw the car. I saw the condition. The leather seat. That car doesn't come with the highest grade leather seat. That one come with the Dakota leather. And it's evident the car has been parked shaded, but not within the building. You get what I mean? Not like your porch, like that. And I'm sure that is like a constant spot, always under the sun, and that car faded a bit.
Yeah.
And the car is in really, really good condition. Really 15,000 km. Local unit.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow, not bad. Wow, the owner who swooped in got a sweet deal.
No, imagine how much the owner would have saved from insurance.
Over
15,000.
When brand new, the 6 Series was what, 600K or 800K, right? No, it should be 800, should be 700.
860,000.
Yeah. At that time, 535 was 600 So 6 Series definitely would be like a good like 100+K higher.
Sorry, I look at Theophila's question. Is Con in the kitchen or he has a fridge in his office?
It's the fridge in my study. It's my second fridge. Sharp eyes.
I miss you. 800K Dakota leather,
lay low, man. But that's how it was back then. Funnily enough, that era, right? That time during the era of the F10 5 Series, I always like to tell this story. That time I went to pick up the 528i test car from BMW Malaysia. So the PR girl handed me the key. I go and then I went to the car lot. I opened the door. Then I asked her. I said, "Hey, why the door not opening one? Then she tell me, "Hey, you need to press the remote to unlock the door." I say, "Huh? 400K got no keyless entry one That's the kind of equipment they had back then. So yeah, now we are a bit more spoiled and civilized already, like, in a way.
Yeah. Actually, it's how the manufacturer package the cost price.
Correct.
It's most of the time when you all see that, hey, why the spec like that, blah blah blah. I tell you, it's not BMW Malaysia do gao you. It's BMW Germany do gao BMW Malaysia. Let me tell you that it's the factory that decides, what you can package, what you cannot.
Yes,
and I don't care if this costs. No, I don't care. Yeah, it's like that most of the time.
Yeah. And Malaysia don't usually get a lot of choices because our market volume is low. We don't have that leverage, right, to negotiate that many variations to the standard spec. Yeah. Okay. So before we move on to the next section, I'd like to invite all of you guys to give a round of appreciation, express some appreciation to our man behind the scene. HP Tan is actually managing the feed for us. So thank you, HP. And for that, after that, now we shall adjourn with a quick break before we start with our Q&A. HP?
All right.
Artificial Intelligence Skin by Blue Chem Group.
Okay, guys, welcome back. I wanted to go in and comment, but my phone wouldn't load the live feed. Okay.
All right, let's start.
So, let's start. We have a pre-question from the comment section in our earlier post. So my friend John Lee asked, used car 2019 C300, okay, or wait for brand new 2022 C200, considering they cost the same. One is 258 of horsepower, but outgoing model, or stick to new model that will look fresh with 6 more years to come, but compromise on performance since it's C200. So, Bobby, what are your thoughts? I would say go for the C300.
You old man, ma. No, to be honest, I always tell people, hey, don't buy first, new one coming.
You would think so?
I always tell people that lah, because at the end of the day, right, it's not about his budget is based on current options, right?
All right.
When the new one come, right, maybe he will stretch to the C300 there.
True.
For the new model, right? I always tell people, you just go for the new one lah. Yeah, lor.
I would say
no. You buy C200, right?
Huh?
Hey, wait, C200 is 1.5.
Now it's back to 2 liter already.
Huh?
But the next generation C200 I'm not sure what engine they'll be using.
Wait, they are no longer using the 1.5?
No, they went back to 2 liters. They went back to 2 liters.
Their own engine,
yeah, of course.
Oh, Chante lo, the 2 liter engine, then look for Mike Yap. Then you get because to be honest, I was actually disappointed at the current C-Class when they facelift it, even though they fixed the handling, they fixed the suspension, they fixed the transmission. They did not improve the soundproofing. It's still just as poor as the F30, soundproofing of the car. So I'm sure the new one will be better lah, given that the new A-Class soundproofs better than the C-Class. So go for the new one.
Sensible advice here say wait for the new one to come out, but if you pick the outgoing one, you actually get the outgoing one in its best possible shape with all the earlier bugs removed.
The specs is amazing lah. The C300 after they up the spec.
Okay. Hey,
hello.
What's this? Hey, who let me?
HP admin,
Wait, can I do
Suddenly, man.
Hey, no, man, you asked me to come on, ma.
Okay, Thomas
invited me, ma. Yo, so I come, lo.
Okay.
Hey, you want this Friday,
Our surprise guest today, we have Thomas, our live talk show guru, our live talk show. And since you're here, right? Why not you? What would you choose? Would you pick the current 2019 C300, or for the same budget, you will wait for the next gen, but C200 only?
How much is it? How much is it? 2019 C300, 240 something, right?
Thereabouts,
C300 is more expensive, right? C300.
Used car ma.
If you ask me, I'll probably take the C300 lah. But if I would probably top up to get a C43, which I owned before, lor. You know.
Yes, you did.
Yeah.
The new one.
The C43, the suspension and the steering feeling is just so good that that 50,000 plus that you got to top up just makes it so worth it. The steering is amazing, I still like my BMW steerings, but I won't say it's far off. It's just a few % off.
I would in that case, and maybe the good option would be a 2017 or 2018 C43 for the same price there.
yeah, that's what I'll pick lah. That's what I'll pick. Crazy.
Henry said the C43 now 260K non-facelift. Yep.
Not bad. That time I drove that in Enduro, in the 2018 Enduro from I drove it via Hap Chai to Hua Hin. Quite an impressive car, leh.
Of course, it is.
And very, very fuel efficient given the performance.
Yeah. And the best part is that BMW always boasts the straight six, which is beautiful and nice. But the V's, I mean, as much as I love BMW, the way the V6 pulls is just, it's just from bottom to top, it just got top all the way. It's crazy.
I think in terms of drama, right? Yeah. I think the C43 exceeds the BMW M340i easily.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
In terms of drama,
it's more dramatic. It's more dramatic. Yeah.
You can't remember during COM with GCMA they all.
Yeah.
I have to turn back to the hotel to take my wallet.
Yes.
Were you in the car with me?
I was.
I was going like 240, 250. I have to rush back rush back and chase back the convoy. I had to
Yeah,
U-turn like 150 km or something like that.
Yeah. But yeah. So answer to John, go even further back, get a C43.
But it depends on what you want, lah. I mean, you're not gonna tekan your car, everything, you know. A C300. Yeah, but you ask me, ma. So you ask me, I will say that, lah. But it was up to the person's lifestyle, lah. Yeah.
Okay. So another question I have, Mervin Bu asks, C200 3 Series or Arteon?
Oh. Wait, put out. Can you put out the question? Was it?
No, it's not from the comments. It's not from
this one. This one is those that posted earlier one. C200 3 Series or Arteon?
Which 3 Series?
I will assume the current 3 Series lah.
With the 320i, 320i.
Let's say 320i lah.
Okay, I never driven the Arteon. Okay.
Volkswagens drive better than Audis.
You know, Audis are so
Volkswagens.
frustrating. They're so bloody frustrating. It's very frustrating to drive an Audi. Sorry, Audi fans, but it's really frustrating. The understeer is just stupid. Yeah.
To start off, I think between these three cars, the Arteon is the best value.
Yeah,
and the one that will turn the most eyes.
But you know, all three of us here are BMW owners, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I put it like this. Arteon, like if you like the clam hood, you know, it is a very good looking car. I'll be honest, like aesthetically among the three, Arteon is the best looking. No, hands down. The hatch, you know, everything is beautiful. I'm not sure about the performance. If it's anything, it should be great, but I just never driven it. I don't know how it handles. I just hope it doesn't handle like an A5 lah, you know, because that was horrible. I'm cursing half the time.
Thomas, all Volkswagens they have a livelier front end than Audis, and they are all fantastic to drive. All Volkswagens are just amazing.
My problem with the 3 Series in Malaysia, if you get the 330i, you got the M Sport suspension that is passive, and it's stiff. It's so stiff. It's jarring. You know, it's just ridiculous. I'll give you a comparison. I have the M235i. When driven the 330i, I felt my M235i was more comfortable than the 330i. You know,
the 330i suspension tak boleh, man. Really,
the M235 is a stiffer setup already. It's really passive and stiff, but I felt it was still so comfortable compared to 330i. You know, if you have adaptive suspension for the 330i, it's probably the winner among the three lah. But Arteon, I think for the looks, but I think Arteon of the three.
Arteon actually to me is a good choice. I think the 320i I would pick the 320i if you really value that rear wheel drive driving dynamics. But if just purely objectively, right, the Arteon is the best pick of this lot.
But I will go for the 3 Series.
You go for 3 Series, huh? I think I would buy the 3 Series, but the Arteon is an easier purchase to recommend.
Definitely.
I agree, Con. I agree that I would recommend the Arteon, but I personally, I'll put up with the rough ride. I'll just deal with it. I'll just suck it in and just deal with the rough ride.
The way it drives, the way BMWs drive really.
He agrees too.
Okay. Next question by Ng Chi Hu. S5 V8 2009 for 65K, worth the price or not?
Yes.
Bobby said it's worth the price.
You gotta write it out. What's that?
Audi S5 V8.
Yeah.
Audi S5
V8.
Okay. Can Bobby and Thomas run the show for a while first? I need to excuse myself.
Understand.
Okay. I'll be back.
All right.
You know what,
Patrick said he will take the 3 Series, and there's a lot of questions here. A lot of live
so many questions.
here.
Okay, we go to Eng Chi Chu first. Okay, S5 V8. What's the price? I think the engine is brilliant. Again, my bloody problem with the Audi is just the way it understeers. It's so frustrating. They got a brilliant engine, and then you go in the corner, it's like, and you go the highway, and then you're going in the slight bends, and then you feel the front like, it's so frustrating because everything is so brilliant except for the front end.
You know what? That time I school days, school days we have all our friends crashing and all that, right?
Yeah.
So I have one friend that of course those days there's no, we don't, he doesn't know the concept of front wheel drive, rear wheel drive and all that.
Yeah.
So he was complaining about his father's Mercedes. He said he can drive his family's Corolla, dive down the junction. Towards the end of the junction, then he fling his steering wheel. The whole tail goes out, and then he floor the throttle, and then the car would pull back and went straight. Right?
I'm back.
He can actually do that with the Corolla. But he did it with the E-Class, right? The car just spun and crashed. And then he was like, what the hell, this Mercedes? I can do that with my Toyota. I cannot do it with the Mercedes.
Your friend is crazy, man.
It's the same thing. You cannot request a rear-wheel drive car to behave like a front-wheel drive.
Yeah.
Vice versa. So as someone who appreciates how BMWs drive, right, I will not take my Audi and go to like Genting or Ulu Yam and then enjoy how it flows the corner. No, that's not the it will not do that well. It will not. It just will not, because Audis are just for your daily, day-to-day. You rocket ship in a straight line or a high-speed bend. Basically, driving legally, Audi drives really, really well. And all the small things that they sort out in terms of throttle response all these things. The only thing that frustrates really good drivers is when those good drivers like Thomas, who owns a Porsche and a BMW and expects an Audi to drive like that, then you will freaking hate Audis. Yeah.
I want to share my experience.
If you replace a Toyota 86 with an Audi, right, you will kill yourself. You're stab yourself. You're like why? So it's actually, I understand where Thomas's frustration comes from, but I also understand why Audi do what they do, lah.
Yeah. A few
it's
years
like
ago,
mountain road.
I was driving the A6, Tana's generation A6, but the 1.8 on Karak Highway, right?
Yeah.
So on straight road, the car was fast. Then in front of me, there was a Mercedes W212 E-Class, Yeah. On the bends, however hard I tried, I cannot keep up with the E-Class. I couldn't keep up with the E-Class and the bends.
That one is up to the...
Oh, that one, maybe mine a bit smaller, lah.
The size of the Kunji already.
Yeah.
I can't admit you start seeing your daughters already. It's like flashing before your eyes.
Connor, I think we should really go through the questions that are live.
Yeah, a lot of questions.
Let's do that.
Yeah.
So, okay. So we'll come to the live questions.
I'll quickly flush through a few. Dennis Long asking, what do you think about an unregistered 2014 Audi S4 B5.8? If it is unregistered, the price will be slightly high and the car may have sat in the lot for quite some time.
Agreed.
All right.
Agreed.
So either you get a serious negotiation down or just get a used one out there.
Agreed.
Or you can get a 335i or something,
Yeah,
but
I think
as an ex-owner of S4, the supercharged engine is fantastic car. All right.
I think for a car at that age, right, it's perhaps better to get one that's consistently running on the road and maintained, rather than one that has been sitting in the yard for years.
Wesley Wong asking Subaru Levorg 2-liter Recon unit. Go ahead. Will Subaru bring in the new Levorg? I'm not optimistic. I'm not optimistic with this because without local assembly strategy, prices would shoot through the roof.
Correct.
All right. So I'm not optimistic. They're not enjoying a huge volume here. And if they bring in the car, it ends up at 280,000. You all go and buy it, no, right? And let's look through some quick one.
Okay, I want to highlight Jagtar Singh, Audi S8 or RS7.
Wait, where? Jagtar Singh?
Yeah, based on engine view.
Audi A8.
S8. Both 4.0.
But two very different cars, bro.
Same engine, same transmission. One is a more Grand Coupe like, one is a sedan. Like. I personally really have a soft spot for the Audi S8. And but if you buy these cars right at around the same price now, the RS7 will hold value a lot better than the S8, to be honest. And of course, the S8 is just baller lah. It's quiet, it's stealth, you know. And it's very hard to say lah. I mean, it's very much the same engine and all that, but RS7 you have that kind of the RS badge lah. It's just like you buy a BMW M550i versus M5. You're paying the same road tax and all that, but you know your M550i gonna depreciate like crap.
Correct.
Whereas M5 will hold value, you know.
Yeah, correct.
That's the thing. It also depends what you're using it for, lor. Like if you're gonna just drive around. I mean the S8 is stealthy lah. I think of all the limos, right? The BMW 7, the S Class, the 8, right? The 8, the A8, S8, so they're so stealthy. It's just yeah.
And they drive better than the equivalent 7 Series and S Class. Over the past 3 generations, Audi's one has been the most athletic. You know, it's a full aluminium car, same like Honda NSX. The Audi S8 is fully built with aluminium.
Wow.
Even the body, the inner structure, everything. It's fully built with aluminium. So, that's the one. And what other questions do you
have? One. 200K. R8 4.2 V8 or Maserati Gran Turismo 4.2 V8? Saharuddin.
Gran Turismo is not 4.2. 4.2 is the old one. The new one is 4.7. And I think Gran Turismo prices have dropped below 200K, to be honest. And Audi's V8 sounds like crap lah compared to Maserati.
I mean, for me, definitely the Maserati.
Yeah, I'll go with the Maserati.
Oh, mamma mia, the way it sounds.
Audi is the sensible choice.
Yeah.
Hey, but you I mean like the sense of occasion with the Maserati engine. When you start the engine, man.
Oh my god. You know, Audi's NA V8, right, is one of the disappointments, you know, how they sound. They sound so computerized. It sounds like, you know, what the video game plays out like that. You know? I just don't think it sounds good. Audi's 4-liter V8 NA.
And look, we're both putting those both are sports cars, but I gotta say the Maserati Gran Turismo looks way more beautiful than the R8. The long nose, the way, oh my god, the Italians when they design when they do it right.
I think the Gran Turismo will turn more heads. It's the more attractive car. I think when people see you in an Audi versus the Maserati, people will think that you spent more on the Maserati.
But at the end, it's still a GT car, lah. You know,
yeah, it's not less of a like supercar, sports car ish.
Yeah.
Do you know which car destroyed the sales of the Maserati Gran Turismo?
Which car?
No, enlighten me, please.
The 6 Series.
They
belong in the same category, and the 6 Series demolished the sales of the Gran Turismo.
Hey, you know what's really disappointing is that they completely destroyed the king of the category. I think the 6 Series, right? Your generation 6 Series was the and then they come out with this 8 Series and then this Gran Turismo. I'm like, what the hell are they doing? Because it's a good looking car. It's decently reliable. I mean, why? Why?
And the Grand Coupe and the 6 Series Grand Coupe.
They should continue do it, and then they can test their luck with an 8 Series with another like design language whatsoever lah. Oh, them too sorry.
And the thing is
that thing is like when they did that showroom in Mandarin Oriental, I was there, and I was looking at the prototype. I was like, oh my god, this is so beautiful! Like, and that was considering a 911, 991.2. But I didn't buy it anyways because I went to I was convinced to invest my money lah. So I was looking at that car. I was like, wow, so beautiful! I walk around the car like one idiot like that. Then when the car came out, right, it's like, huh? What happened? What happened? It's it's just I don't know what to say that. I was very disappointed. Yeah.
The 8, right? Okay. And then they almost doubled the price.
Yeah. But go back to Saharuddin's question. I think that you have more fun if you are like me, you like nice exhaust sounds and stuff. The Gran Turismo is just beautiful and the design is beautiful. The R8, I think for Gen Pop, for general people, they look at the cars like, wow, they got Audi R8, like it's cool. You have that cool factor. I think car guys would really like more towards Maserati, and the Gen Pop would be more like Audi lah.
I don't see the R8 as a cool factor per se, but I would say it's the safer choice.
Iron Man's car.
It's more reliable. It's more reliable.
But it's Iron Man.
But the 4-liter R8 has the single clutch gearbox. The one that is universally hated.
Yeah,
I remember the Singapore guy sitting next to me at Sepang. He is one of those who paid money to Audi to fly them into Malaysia to stay a few nights at the hotel, and then they have 3 days of Sepang activity with the R8. They are potential buyers. So they pay like 8,000 Sing dollars. And if they buy the car, the 8,000 will go into the price of the car, which means that whole session is free lah. So this guy was seated next to me, and I was driving the R8. I was like, wow, I was going the first lap first. We were partnered together. So after my first few laps, I was like, wow, he's like late 50-year-old, very skinny, very quiet, he looks like a Singaporean lawyer, to me. It's just, laser focus, quiet.
People work as one also, you can tell.
But very serious, very serious. He didn't talk to me or whatever. He knew I'm a media, So maybe in their mind, immediately the ×3 thing come in. No, the time ×2 only. The era was only ×2. Before 1MDB ×2. So I was like, wow, this car's transmission very smart. It's good enough lah, right? Like you brake into turn 4, bong bong, downshift and then go uphill and then shifts up itself, 7, 8 and all that. So I was like, wow, this one just leave it in auto is good enough lah, really good. So he kept quiet. He didn't respond to what I said while I'm just trying to chit chat with him. So after we go back to the pit, then we swap position. The moment we swap position, he straight away sit into the driver's side. The first thing he do before he put on his seatbelt, put it to manual. He's like, he was like, you palia, you drive auto. Let me show you.
Yeah,
that's the first thing he did. So there were like first time, I was like, hey, upshift. Then he upshift. Then I was like, upshift. Then he upshift. Then there was the third time, right? So after some time, he did the upshift. So after like 1-2 lap, the third time, I was like, hey, upshift. Then he pulled the wrong pedal. He downshift. Then straight away the car, the center screen, the center screen went, and then the car went like, oh. So the car stayed in third gear. Oh, and then he cannot downshift, he cannot upshift. It went into limp mode. 60 km/h, third gear. Cruising at Sepang, he has to cruise all the way back. People overtake. Then on the radio, I don't know what car number, are you okay? Or, so slowly we stroll back to the pit, go in. So I said nothing. I came out from the car. I just sit there. He also like, oh, I don't know what's wrong. So
I guess he didn't bought the car.
I'm not sure, but that was hilarious.
Okay.
Sorry for the long.
Some other questions.
But let's move on.
Maybe that's the guy who always go on your YouTube and always comment about
oh yeah, Ike.
Maybe it's him, bro. Maybe it's him,
All right. Okay, sorry guys. Oh, sorry.
Let's get some other car.
More serious car buying, question.
Come, Bobby, you pick the next question.
Huh?
You pick the next question?
I pick the next question.
Or Thomas?
How about this one? This one is that 25K cash including repair and maintenance. What's the suggested second-hand car available? Jason Wong. Oh, okay. Oh, this one is the low price range one. This is interesting. Okay.
So he has 25 grand of cash.
From the 90s will get you can get really low.
He has 25K cash.
It is a long question. Let's just take the first part. 25K cash including repair and maintenance.
And he's willing to take a loan of 35 to 45K.
So
if on the Conti side,
so that pushes it up to 60-70K overall if willing to take loan lah.
Yeah, okay, like Cerato Coupe and then Trust Sport. No, not for me.
Golf
you see, from his question, right? It's not someone who needs it as the family car because he's okay with the Cerato Coupe, right? And he asks about questions like this, like Civic Si, Celica, all this. That means he wants something for the weekends or something exciting. Or
he's looking for a project.
I don't know. I don't think it's a project because 25K including repair and maintenance. That he's not someone who is so willing to spend a lot of moolah in workshop like Tana. Yeah, he wants it to be a daily driven and then exciting kind of cars. I think first of all, get a coupe if that's what you want. Get a coupe that you can get a loan. Coupe 35, 45K or 60, 70K. Not a lot of choices. Okay, let's put it this way. If your loan is 35K to 45K, right? There is very little difference between personal loan and car loan. Right? Because your ultimate, the total amount is only 30,000-40,000. Be it 6% interest or 4.5% interest, right? It won't affect you that much, even though it's 1.5 in interest rate difference. Right? So when you are okay to take personal loan to buy cars, right? The world opens up.
Hey, I suddenly thought about it. Yeah, if you think about that, I can tell you two cars that you should really consider if you really like driving car. Mark 5 Golf GTI. Get a good condition one. 35K, 40 grand. Fantastic car. I helped my friend restore her car I've driven it around. I was like, oh my god, for the amount of money you pay, Mark 5 Golf GTI, or the 9N3 Polo GTI, which is manual. The Malaysia brought in the manual.
Yes.
So
yes.
I also did a refresh. I haven't edited the video. This is the guy Leon, the guy from Ferrari. He has that. And then he said he loves his. I think let's take away that comment because we cannot see Horn's face. You can see his forehead only. So he's driving a Myvi, right? And then he really wants a car to drive, right? And then he ended up getting a car for 35K, a Polo GTI, 36,000 kilometers on the odometer. Fantastic car, torsion beam. But man, you can take corner. You can feel the rear wheel the wheel like coming up. Fantastic car.
That car can get for 35 grand.
That was a good deal because the car was unmolested. 36,000 kilometers on the clock. Manual gearbox. Fantastic, man. I drove that car to Miyagi's to detail. I was trashing the car. He gave me permission to trash the car, so I trashed it. Fantastic car for 35 grand. A lot of car. I always believe there's always a good car for every price range. So if you're willing to take loan, if you say 25K, fine. Take a personal loan, like Bobby say, take a personal loan, including repairs, we reach like 40, 45, like change dampers, whatsoever. A Polo GTI 9N3, the Golf GTI Mark 5.
Yeah.
These are two picks.
I would suggest first generation Z4. You take a personal loan about 40 grand, and then 45 grand, you take the car, and then you have remaining 15, 20 grand to do up the car. Why? This car will go back up in value, 100%. This car will go up in value. It has hit rock bottom now, about 40, 50 grand. And in the long run, it will be worth more than the second gen Z4 NA engines.
Yes.
Yes.
The second gen NA engines, they will be worth less than the first gen Z4 with NA engines. Yeah. That one is a keeper. That's a beautiful car. You can hold your resale value. Yeah.
Front engine, rear wheel drive. Great sports car setup. Yeah.
Top. All right.
What would you recommend in that price range?
That price range.
KE70.
Another E39. Con will say another E39.
E39.
That 25K gets you an E39 buy and fix, man. Or an E46. And that brings me to somebody asked Hing.
Let's go.
Asked about the E46 1.9. This is going to be a quick one. The E46 1.9, it's a reliable car, but it's underpowered. The E46, right? The one E46 to avoid is the 318i 2.0 Valvetronic. That's the one to avoid. The 1.9 has very minimal issues, but it's underpowered. So if you are shopping for an E46, go for 6 cylinders. End of story.
I think E46 is getting quite heavy, so the 1.9 just won't cut it. Cannot cut it. Yeah.
E46 and E90, my advice always is stay away from the 4 cylinders.
Yeah.
Last time I read Hong Kong magazines as well. So when the E36 318i came out, the article that I was reading, right? The main the title, right? The masthead, I don't know, the caption on top, the main title is in Cantonese, taxi都快過佢. Yeah, it's like saying the translation will be is slower than a taxi, of the 318i E36. So yeah, suddenly this flashback. All right, okay. Next question, Jack Lim. Con, you saw the question? I'm just under Hing Hong.
530E or E Class 200.
LCI. LCI came already. LCI 530E war.
Yeah, just
advertising out already. They say, it's coming.
To be launched soon. Okay. all three of us are BMW khakis. So how?
But
Hey,
I
but
am.
So go ahead.
It is a question of whether you want to go with a PHEV or not, lah.
Yep.
Yeah. But in
If
terms
I go
of
hybrid, I'll go with Volvo.
Oh, easily.
oh yeah. If you I always tell people that if you're looking for comfort, right, you gotta look at the S60 and the S90. It's ridiculous.
S90.
Like it's ridiculously like it's amazing. You know, the one thing that the Volvo does better than any of the cars is you can argue about suspension and everything, but the seats, man, the Volvo seats is like the cheat code, you know, it's a cheat code for all the
And actually, right, if you're saying that you're using 90% in Penang, the S90 makes a lot of sense if you're willing to consider PHEV, because chances are most of your usage, right, can be covered with the electric motor anyways. Right?
Yeah, but of course the only downside is the Volvo doesn't have the badge, though. The badge is like, whoa, German car. Whoa.
Hey, I want to ask you one thing, Thomas.
Yeah.
You are like a Porsche owner and all that, right? I notice something when I speak to people like who owns like Ferrari, Porsche, or Lambo and all that, right? In their eyes, right, there's no longer a hierarchy, be it BMW or Mercedes or Volvo or Toyota, or it's like yeah, oh, this is good, oh, that is good also, oh, this one is crap, this one, you know, it's like the brand until a certain point in life, right, the brand really doesn't matter anymore.
Actually, I think once you have scaled Everest, right, Gunung Tahan, Gunung Kinabalu, no difference really.
Yeah. Well, I can tell you one thing. I can understand because look, I used to be, you know, I was working my way up, and I'm still am, you know, but you know, there is a sex appeal to like Mercedes and BMW. Like let's not deny that. You guys are journalists. You guys know, right? You know, there's a sort of sex appeal to have a car of that brand. Right? And Volvo 係咩車嚟㗎嘛？嗰棺材車 right? You know, but I would say that the you know. Yeah, you're right, lah. At the end of the day, it becomes like, what's the car used for? Is it a great car?
Yeah.
Is it?
Yeah.
You know, like you know, I drive a E30 and a Mini Cooper Classic. You know, and I have so much fun driving those two cars as much as I like driving the Boxster as well. You know.
Yeah.
Because I see so many like ultra rich families, right? Like they have like a Bentayga inside, then maybe a Panamera, then a Proton X70. You know, I see so many examples of this. Because to them, this is they have been exposed to luxury cars. They know how a luxury car should ride and feel and touch inside. When they saw a Proton, it's like, yeah, it's a Proton badge, but who cares? I want that. The comfort feeling is up to what I want. You know, that, and they buy the car. They use it.
Yeah.
You know, so
great car. Proton X70 is ridiculously good value for money. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Ridiculous. It's ridiculous. But anyways, coming to this question, if I get to slot in, I'm not answering Jack's question, but if I get to choose, I'll definitely choose the S90 hands down. I probably look for a T5 if I can, but if not, I get a PHEV as well. I think it's fine. But if I have to choose between these two brands, these two cars, I frequent a lot to India before COVID. I've sat in the newest as a passenger. I always get picked up by these cars to be driven around. I do find the E-Class cabin to be way better than the Mercedes. You know, as a real seat passenger. As a being chauffeured around, I prefer the E-Class way better. It feels a bit more. I know the feeling is nicer, and the
ambience is nicer, right?
Ambience is very nice. They're very good with ambience, you know. BMW feels a bit more like hard, but E-Class is about soft. There's a softer feel to it.
To quote our colleague Rachel, right? She says Mercedes cabins are very Instagrammable.
And I prefer the rear seats of the BMW and E-Class over the Volvo. The rear seats. Yeah.
But
so Tana raised that point too in his review.
If you're a driver, then the BMW will be great lah. Yeah.
All right. Let's go with other questions. Wow, we don't have a lot of time.
Here's another one. Continuing on this Oh, just Chris Kong mentioned 2011 Peugeot RCZ is about 60,000 ringgit.
The car is quite a hood to drive there. Driven it for like quite a hood. If you get a manual one, woohoo!
Very nice to drive, and it's a very beautiful car.
Yeah.
And
jarring the suspension.
And none of us are Peugeot owner, but of course, all of us have heard Peugeot stories. But I've heard from I have a friend who has 2 Peugeot 308s. Tell me about it. He has 2, and he said the imported ones are less troublesome. So the RCZ and the convertible, these are imported ones. But it's a sexy car.
It's a Prince engine.
Yeah. It's a beautiful car. So just take care of the car, lor. Can buy. I think can buy, but 60 grand. I think it still can apply loan on this car. 2011.
2011. So, yeah, you can. Depending on the month, so possible. Yeah.
Not. Yeah. You have to put down a heavy down payment, maybe a short loan tenure, but loanable lah.
Yeah, and I don't think he will lose much money because this is a collectible.
I think 60 is probably as low as it goes already.
Probably go for the manual. Go for the manual if you can find one, because people who buy this car, they want to drive it smoothly.
I think it may take a slight dip once the car passed its loan eligibility. Yeah. But after that dip, it should swing back up
to 60. Around 60.
Yeah. It's a beautiful car, and Peugeot won't make another one.
Yeah.
They won't.
Okay.
All right. Next question.
Daniel Tan. Hi guys, I currently own a Passat B8 thanks to Bobby's review. Thinking to get a Megane RS250 as weekend car. Your view on that car, please.
Next question. Buy.
Buy. Okay, move on.
Buy. Next question. Buy.
Okay. Daniel, answer your question already.
Fantastic car, Daniel. Go for it.
RS250, but not the Cup.
Bro. Some people just want Boxster only. Everybody wants Spider-Man. No, you cannot find one. I tell you, the Cup or the Red Bull edition all this.
You can buy one. The front LSD is crazy, man. Okay, go ahead.
RS50 is good enough Fantastic.
Please don't follow Thomas. Go and buy more expensive, but then can have to fold your own roof.
Once you buy lower spec manual roof.
Okay, let's go. Next one.
Next.
Okay, I'm scrolling.
Boxster 986 or E94 convertible.
Huh? You mean E93
Boxster 986.
Boxster 986 bro. It looks so good, man. The first gen Boxster looks really good. But Boxster, not the one with the egg yolk, not the yellow one, You gotta ask Tana how is the Boxster going.
Wait, 986 is the egg yolk.
The first gen Boxster.
Yeah,
wait, are you this is definitely a typo. Do you mean E93 convertible or E84 convertible?
E93 I think he mean.
E93 will be 3 Series, but E84 will be the Z4, right?
Oh.
No,
E84 is the BMW X1, bro.
E84. E93 convertible.
E93
convertible.
E93. Boxster.
Yeah, Boxster.
I'll go with the BMW.
The handling dynamics of Boxster and it's just beautiful. Boxster.
I understand. But this is the egg yolk one, the one with the 996 interior.
You can, it's okay one. Actually, the 996 for me
that is so beautiful. That's one of Muda that is so
the 996 is a pretty handsome looking car. I gotta say, it's a good looking car. The first gen Boxster. And if you can get it in silver, you're sexy, man. Yeah.
I never felt it's beautiful until recently, Recently, I don't know why. Boxster and 996 to me, suddenly to my eyes are just beautiful. It's just beautiful. How do I share this? I die lah. Cannot share. How do I share this? I can only
Okay,
put the link.
I want to pull this now. The reason why Bobby, you should choose the Boxster is very simple. It's very simple. Remember Reza said you should get a proper sports car. The Boxster is a proper sports car.
True. Yeah, lah, you drive better and anybody can show the link.
It's built first as a sedan and then it became a coupe. Whereas the Boxster was conceptualized as a roadster coupe.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. Boxster for me
so,
also.
So you probably the Boxster.
So no, not this picture. I want the link that I show on I put the link into the comments. Mudah one. Can someone click and share that link? Anybody can do
kedai DP rendah.
How to do this? Click and then launch the browser and then
you have to. Okay lah. Let me do
it. Can you how do you do this? Sorry, guys. Beautiful. This one is just so beautiful.
Oh wow.
Hey, you're looking at it.
Sure. Okay.
It's beautiful.
Can see now? Not
yet.
Cannot. Can share. Cannot share.
Can you HB? Can you share my screen? Can you allow me to share my screen? Don't worry, I won't put anything inappropriate.
You off your phone already, right?
Oh yo, Theophilus asking.
Can see now?
20 valve or
this one.
Yes, it's so beautiful. Look at the shape of the car.
Wow, the interior very nice.
Hey, look at the dashboard, man. Like I like how the dashboard. You know, 96 man.
Profile. Just how that front view, this car is just so beautiful. You got more pictures or not? There's one picture.
Rims
this car also is in
I'll probably
condition.
downsize the rim. The rims are too big.
Yeah.
But
it doesn't suit the design of the car.
It's a looker, man. And look, you got proper boot, you know.
And this car is well cared for.
Yeah. It's beautiful.
This car is well cared for.
I would definitely think this is a good deal. It's a good deal. But 80,000 are cash lah. Yeah.
Yellow. Cash.
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah.
Theophilus, Fiat Coupe 20 valve or Alfa Romeo GTV. So you guys might want to search the GTV if you're not sure which GTV it is.
There are so many GTVs.
They both are share platform one. The Fiat Coupe and the Alfa Romeo GTV. Both are shared platform, but somehow the GTV this just doesn't have the turbo engine of the Fiat Coupe. It's just NA, and there's the I think these two cars, both of you don't really like.
Okay, I would say
it's feeling like, dude, where's my car, man?
Yeah. I would choose the Fiat Coupe 20V because it looks like a baby Ferrari. It's I think of the two, the Fiat Coupe is way more good looking, and it reminds me of the way the butt looks like. It's like a old school California, you know. The Fiat is definitely a looker, so I choose the Fiat. Yeah.
One is a great Fiat. One is not the greatest Alfa.
Sorry, anyone who owned the Alfa Romeo GTV.
They know. The previous GTV is like a rear-wheel drive screamer, you know.
Yeah.
And, but of course, the GTV is also a very good-looking car. It's weird.
Potong steam, very potong steam. The new GTV. After that one, the next gen is just really potong.
Yeah, man. Oh, shit, man. Sorry, I'll go with the Alfa Romeo. Sorry.
You're biased.
But I've owned more Fiat. See, the funny thing is, I'm never a Fiat guy. I love Alfa Romeos. I haven't owned a single Alfa, but I've already owned two Fiats. It's like, what the hell?
But well, for Chin, I would definitely go look at the Fiat Coupe lah. Yeah, it is a good looker, but prepare to spend some money to get it up to condition lah. You know.
Guys, do you know that there is a time capsule Fiat Coupe? Let me see if it's still there.
Exactly. Is getting rid of his Fiat Coupe. Interesting.
No, this one is Legend. There's one. Oh, someone's selling a Barchetta. Okay, I'm clicking this car now. How do I share screen?
Okay, you go to StreamYard. At the bottom there's a share button.
Share screen, and then share
Turn off the
screen.
inappropriate apps and Windows.
And yes. Are you able to see it?
All right.
You can see it.
Ooh.
Hey, guys, I tell you, this car, right, is you look at the stuff that he has, and the description, right, is like 9,000 km only, first owner.
Hey,
all right,
only one left in the world. What?
Yes, it's 9,000 km, bro. It only jalan for 9,000 km. 20-year-old car. You look at the condition of the car.
It's like 500 kilometers a year, the flood drive. So the flood probably only refueled
look at the engine bay.
one,
Sorry?
Look at engine bay.
Yes.
Oh my God.
This is a freaking time capsule, guys. I tell you, and it's only 80,000. Someone please buy this up. This thing is a keeper. Look at the condition. Look at the interior, bro. Manual. Thomas. Manual. And beautiful, right?
Hey,
yeah,
if I have this as my now I'm thinking about it. Look at the dials, man. Look at the dials.
Look at the rear seats that has never been set on. Look at it.
Look at the dials. The dials.
Yeah,
it's so cool.
The interior is designed by Pininfarina. The exterior is designed by Chris Bangle, the famous BMW designer. Chris Bangle,
the guy who effed up the BMW. He was way ahead of his time now.
Yes.
Yeah. Just that there was a wrong timing for design. But
look at these lines. Who dares to design something like that? Who dares to design something like that?
It reminds me of a baby Ferrari. It's a Berlinette. It
is a
looking car. Yeah,
so Thomas, which car are you selling, Thomas?
Banda Utama. No, I just add one more now. I can't let go of any of my cars now.
No, you just add one more car, bro.
Jeez, look at
this
that.
Car
so
is
beautiful.
A keeper. This car is a keeper, bro. It's a keeper. Look at this.
Hey, after MCO finish, let's go and view this car.
Go message him now.
Oh, beta hunt, and then it's factory paint, everything. I just want to polish it nicely and coat it and everything.
Oh, guys, I just bought the original brochure of Audi RS6. And all my cars are basically 6 Series, RS6, and my Aston. I bought the original brochure. Cool, anyway,
man.
How do I stop sharing? So, Thomas, keep this,
Okay, let's go. Okay, come, next one.
Sorry, guys.
All right. Okay, what's next? Try owning a Fiat Multipla. Oh my God, Jared, please go another corner, go fly kite. I love you, Jared. But Fiat Multipla is just, okay, Jeremy Tan. 235i, 435i, or TT latest generation? That's a good one. Okay, I tell you what, M235i, hands down.
I second that.
I'll go with 435i. Sorry.
Why? Why would you do that?
Because it's a larger car.
But the car feels like a freaking Grand Tourer. It's a confused car. Feels like a Grand Tourer and then it's like a coupe. Whereas a M235i is more committed to being a sports car. The short wheelbase. It's just...
You know what, Thomas? People always look at me, right? And then they ask me, oh, Bobby, you always go to the gym. I fucking hate exercising.
So what does it mean?
So it's like... for me, I'm not someone who would like...
Yeah.
I'm not.
True,
I'm not.
Okay.
Yeah.
But if your intention is to look for a sports car, okay lah, they are not like super like, but it is a very intuitive, nice to drive. And you'll be surprised if your only car is M235i. It's very livable. You can put people in the back seat. It has more rear seat than the 8 Series. Okay, let me give you some
definitely
a funny comparison. And then a really large boot. When I used to drive my training company, we used to pack up like PA system, flip charts lah. We used to pack up like costumes now. We pack up like all the manuals for like 60 participants, 80 participants. I can put them all in my M235i. Okay, I can get my assistant sitting on my side, and I'll drive my car to a training.
Guys,
it's very, very, very useful.
Thomas, do you know that even up to the 1970s, right, a car like the 2 Series is considered a family car.
Like the Alfa Romeo GTV.
Yeah, it is considered a family car.
Look at the size difference.
4 doors is a luxury that appeared in the 70s. Yeah, small car only need 2 doors. You just climb to the back, you know. Up to the 70s is considered a family car. Oh shit, man! I'll get the 2 Series. It's so good looking.
Yeah. And
how the hell HP find this picture? What the hell?
HP is a wizard. But yeah, I think if you look at these 3, the Audi is just like no discussion.
My pick, purely on driving appeal, it would be the 235 also.
Yeah. It's snappy without being uncontrollable. It can carve out corners smoothly if you like to. It's such an intuitive car, and it just felt like the spiritual successor of the E46 M3. Yeah,
and it has an interior around the quality of a Proton Saga, you know. So
you buy the car not for interior quality, okay? Hey,
see,
the worst one is the 430.
4 doors were called limousines.
You know what? The worst one is the F430. Okay, the Ferrari. You go in interior, it feels like Honda Accord. Okay.
Well, Ferrari was never known to build good interiors to start with.
Yeah.
Okay, let's do other questions.
Here's a question for debate by Beamer Chen. Will the used F82 M4 go up in value after the G82 M4 arrives?
Nope, it will not.
Neither do I think so.
There's too many M4s around. There's too many.
Too many.
Yeah.
It's just too many.
And I think as a product concept,
the
G82 M4 and the F82 M4, it's practically like next to no difference.
Yeah.
It's almost like an evolution of a car.
But it will hold its value there for a freaking long time because the new M4 gonna come in at 700,000, right? The Recon's gonna come in at about 500, right? And the current M4s have gone to what value? 280, 270. They're gonna Yes, they're going to stay there for a very, very long time because it's a 3-liter engine. People can afford the road tax. And it's going to stay there for a very long time until it no longer qualifies for loan, right? Then it will go down, but I think it will go down slow because it's an M4, and it will go down to, like, I would say 220, 230 for a while. Then some people may start, but I don't think it will go down too far because there's just nothing around there.
But the cheapest I see now is 248.
Oh, even down to 248. So after loan not applicable, it will go down to like 200 or 190 around there, and that's about it. It's just gonna be there, but we'll see because there are so many of them out there. There are just so many M4s around. But there's a considerable gap with the new M4. But value going up? No way.
I don't think so either.
No way. The M4, I'm one of those that recently I was like, why do I felt 996 is good looking? Why do I suddenly felt the new M4 is okayer now? You know, Mia. Proportion wise, I still think the old M4 retains that BMW look, but I cannot deny the new M4 is striking.
Yeah.
Proportion-wise, I have to look at the real car, whether the proportion makes sense or not. From pictures, it doesn't. You look at it, it's just, I
think they're trying to bring back the old, the E30 times the front grille is long, not wide. I think they're trying to bring back that design. Yeah.
I think they want a shock design because BMW every time when they introduce a shock design, right, their sales went up.
Oh, like the E60, right?
Like E60, lo.
The ugly piece of
when this 4 Series came out, right, the first car that came to my mind was the E60.
And guys, do you remember the only time the 7 Series beat the S-Class was the E65?
Yeah.
The only
the
time.
E65.
Was that called the E65? Yes. Yes,
Yeah,
it's called the
yeah.
E65. Yeah. All right.
There's Chris Spangle's work, by the way, the
Yeah.
E60. So, yeah.
Okay.
Wow, we have a lot of questions coming in.
Yeah.
Walao, jialat.
The 200 plus people watching there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, guys, have you all subscribed to Thomas Yap? He's such a
Yeah.
lovable person, right? Please subscribe to his channel.
Yeah. Thomas.
Right.
Thomas hosts Top Gear every Friday, where he will bring a guest on board. And one of my favorite parts of his show is Dude, Where's My Car? Sorry, Dude, Where's My Car? So, Thomas, what's in store for us this Friday?
This Friday, we're going to bring in the god of detailing.
Darren!
Darren is going to be talking about detailing. You know, some of you may know I'm a garage or home detailer. You know, and every time I pass by Jaya One, I go and get my favorite ramen. I will stand in front of the shop and then I will leave a few drops of saliva because I'm looking at all the cars inside there.
You know, Darren is a very humble guy, but every time meeting him is a humbling experience.
Yes.
The cars like that come out from his place. You just look at the detail is immaculate, man. It's ridiculously immaculate.
Yeah, and I think what really impresses me about him is the pride he has in his work. The pride he has in his work
as a home detailer.
The meticulousness that he and his team puts in.
Yeah,
amazing.
No, as a home detailer, and I speak to some guys who detail like proper detailers, and you cannot if you don't like cars, you don't like detailing, no matter what skill you possess, you won't do it well. You gotta love it. It's like an art, and it's like cooking, you know, like cooking. If the chef doesn't like cooking, you can taste it in the food. Detailing is like this. If the person doesn't like detailing, you can see where they skim a bit. You know, you can see it one. You know, and that's why
the rough edges.
People say like, oh, Darren Chang 6,000 plus ringgit detailing. I say it's cheap. To keep the amount of talent in his team that loves detailing is not cheap. It's not cheap.
Yeah.
Bro, I have a confession. Yesterday I washed my car. So I started the video saying that I'm not someone who don't love washing my car, just that I don't have the time to love washing my car and the proper equipments. So I'm gonna do it now. So after the car wash, I on the camera, I said, I swear this is the last time I will ever wash my own car. I was like, what the hell? I wasted 1 hour there. I should have just paid someone to get it done. He's gonna get the D in 2 weeks, what?
Anyways, we have that in store, and I'm going to produce. I love washing my cars. You know, I do. It takes time. Sometimes I just take too long. Okay. I'm producing more videos about detailing cars as well myself. Finding really rare cars to detail. I detailed my Mini. There's going to be an M635i. I'm detailing it. We're going to put it out soon. More like home projects, and then a few more reviews. But I'm going to document more detailing stuff because I do enjoy it a lot. So I want to learn from Darren too, and just have a chat with him and debunk some of this whole detailing myth, right? So
nice.
That's on Friday. Yeah.
Okay. Nice.
So it's 11 p.m. I think we need to adjourn, but there'll still be more. All right. The Horizon team will be very active producing videos from home. Tomorrow, I believe, is Alex Stamrock's turn to go live.
Yep.
Every Wednesday, Alex Stamrock goes live. And every Wednesday night. What time does he go live, Bobby? Do you remember? I think about 9 something.
No, this time he's doing at 7:30 because 7:30. Of CMCO. Normally he does it at 9:11 and 9:11.
Yeah. So,
hey, you want to go sleep already?
What?
You want to go sleep already? I just got another beer.
Okay, continue.
Or you go first,
because I thought you were I thought you were tired already, but continue.
No, I'm okay. If the
If
people
you
here
open
are
another
okay.
beer, then of course we have to wait for you to finish your beer. lah.
Okay, very
But yeah,
quickly.
Alex he does live shows. He performs live. He's a
Yeah.
rocker. He's a proper musician. Okay, proper musician and
yeah.
rocker.
Yeah.
And he drives a
Proper.
beautiful California. What else? So that's tomorrow, right? 7:30. I think it's 7:30. So check Horizon Street for that. Yeah.
Yeah. So I spotted a few questions. Where is it? Kativaran. Yeah. 320
one over here.
3 hatchback.
320i or
Mazda 3 hatchback. I think it's a used BMW versus a Mazda 3 hatchback. Is it?
Let's
Yeah,
assume
used one,
used.
right?
Let's assume used now.
Yeah. Yeah.
okay?
The
Talking
Mazda 3
the latest Mazda 3 is beautiful. I think they actually spend money designing it.
The Mazda 3
Yeah.
looks more expensive than the BMW.
Yes.
I agree
is.
with that.
It is. And
Does it?
and I would assume this is the old. I don't know whether he's talking about the new or old 3 Series. If it is the old 3 Series, right? You go and the F30 generation, you go and spend 160,000 or 170,000 now to buy a used 3 Series. You're gonna lose a lot of money down the road. You might as well squeeze yourself up and get the newer 3 Series. Right? Yeah. If you're looking at the 3 Series,
Because the first batch F30s, right, are now going for what, 80K? Some 70K?
Yeah. And what other questions that we can find?
Justin Lu, I see some. Do you guys think the Z3 will be worth more than the E89 Z4 in the future?
In the future, depends on engine. I would say 1.9. I don't think so. But if it is the 6-cylinder NA versus the E89, yes, I think it will.
Does a classic Mini outweigh the fun factor and coolness? Get a classic Mini. Okay, Justin, I'm going to teach you something. Okay, if you're single and looking for a girlfriend, get a Mini.
Yes,
I concluded. I have a Spider, right? No one hooks up a conversation. Only car enthusiasts come. Who's Spider? Even not a lot of car enthusiasts come to me as well. I don't get a lot of attention with the Spider. E30, I get a lot of uncle come to me. A lot of uncle. Hey, son, I used to drive this car. That was the car I was aiming for when I made it. I bought this car, the same color. Mini, everyone smile at me. Everybody want to take picture of my car. Everybody want to selfie my car. Everybody want to. I don't know how many people take picture of my car already. My Mini. Everybody love. Everyone. I accidentally parked. No, not accidentally. I actually parked in Bangsar and I parked one into one of the motorbike lanes. Motorbike people don't like, all right. And this Grab driver, he parked his car. He took off his helmet. He smiled at my car. It's a happy car. It's super cool. And I tell you, the chassis is unbelievable. The way it handles corners is ridiculous. Okay, so yes, I don't care if people say real man drive 6-cylinder, whatever. Get a Mini. The Mini is crazy. Yeah.
I get more girls smiling at me, or aunties or whatever. More people smiling at me in my Fiat.
Absolutely. I said before, your Fiat is the car that will turn the most heads among all your cars. One.
Hey, you know what we should do? Or not? You should put my Fiat and Mini and do a drag race with my Fiat and the Mini.
I cannot. My car is damn slow, but my car suspension is way better than yours. And the interior packaging of the Fiat, you'll be amazed with. It's so spacious. The interior packaging of my car compared to yours. It's so spacious. Oh, beautiful, your Mini.
It's so cute, leh.
And some of the 4 spotlight.
But you know what? Talk about this car. This car took me so long to detail. Me and Ryson were like, I can go to it one day. Then take it over there. Like, oh my god, so difficult. This car. Got one nook here, one cranny there. Use my finger and go polish the car. Yeah.
And your blue paint is so beautiful. It changes colors.
It gotten so much better after we polished it. It just looks so beautiful. Yeah.
Was this car repainted or was this the original color?
Repainted.
All right. Okay. Leonard Leo. Hi guys, I'm looking to get a 2011 to 2013 Mazda 3. Anything to look into? This is the Sky Active one, right?
No, this is the pre-Sky Active one.
Pre-Sky Active, yeah. That one.
This was the first model that Brahmas launched when they took over the franchise.
The one that my brother had, yeah. Nothing to worry. Just go for it.
Yeah, it's a mechanically very simple car.
Get the locally assembled version. You will get the soft touch dashboard. All right. If you get the imported ones, it's a hard plastic dashboard.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yes. Yeah. The local Burma's assembled one has higher quality interior.
Oh, okay.
Yep. Yeah. Still a nice car.
Yeah.
I got one over here. There's one over here. Where is it? It says, should I get a new Saga or get a 2014 118i? Balhesh Singh.
What?
Yeah.
What kind of question?
Even the sensible answer is to go for the 118i lah.
No.
The
If you are not concerned about, like, if you got money to tank the maintenance, the 118i. But if you want something with warranty, everything.
2014 is the pre-facelift, right?
The pre-facelift.
The Angry Bird.
The Prince engine. The Prince engine.
The Prince engine lah.
Yeah. Get this car, join Evo Club, get it inspected, buy a warranty. You can just buy this car. It's a great car.
But if you if you want actually, you know, if you're using this as your only car and you want the practicality, the 118i is actually pretty practical. I've owned the 118i. I loved it, and proper driver's car. Yeah.
Oh, so you had this 118i, Thomas?
Yeah. But I had it with
all the M2355i.
Correct.
Same interior.
It's
the same interior. And then you were thinking of buying the M2 competition, which is the same interior.
It's 60K. A little bit different. No. The dashboard looks different. It's a little bit different.
Okay, get the 2014 BMW 118i. I'm not.
Yeah,
okay.
I agree, Bobby. If you're worried about maintenance, go for the Evo Club warranty. Yeah. Yeah. And for the practicality sake, you will feel that it's as practical as the Saga for sure.
Yeah.
And you can enjoy it on the weekend.
Yeah. Saga is more spacious, definitely. The rear seats and the boot and all that. But the 2014 118i is totally. It's not a. Don't worry about people talking about suddenly a bomb. You know, the cost of maintenance. No. It's totally manageable. You'll be surprised. Like you go and change engine oil, 400 ringgit. You know. Yeah.
The only important thing is to do your due diligence before you sign the dotted line.
Get it inspected.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a great car. All right.
Next question.
What other
only
question?
daily car, Audi S4 or Volvo S60, 2017. Yeah.
2017 Audi S4.
That would be the B9 generation.
That's a new one already.
How much would it go for these days, these cars?
It should be about 240, 50, I think. Should be about that. Or 260.
Only Malaysia, a lot of units now. A lot of them are grey market ones. Grey import one. Yeah.
Grey import, definitely grey import.
Grey import. Yeah. 220. There's one white color one for a long time. No one's picking that car. Yeah.
Shit.
There's one on the market around 220,000 ringgit.
Value.
White color one.
Okay.
White color one.
Okay, I'll say this lah. For this price, you buy a Volvo S60, of course you get warranty, of course you get all the new car kind of stuffs. You get the Volvo, everything that is great about Volvo, you get it lah, right? You buy a Recon S4, of course it's a used car already. You are not sure with the condition, blah blah and all that. Granted, if you buy both at this price point, right, 100% guarantee a performance variant. Let's say a S4 or a RS4 or a M, whatever, performance variant depreciation will always be very slow compared to a regular run-of-the-mill car that is offered by the manufacturer here. The performance version will always depreciate way slower. but it's a used car versus a new car lah. And handling wise, I think the S4 has a little bit of an edge here because the B9 generation S4. Oh yeah, Thomas, you've driven the new S5 already.
The
A5.
new S5? No, I've driven the new S4. I drove it in England when I was driving around England.
It
I found the
handles
interior
well.
to be quite sterile. What?
Yeah, interior sterile.
Yeah,
But it drives
but
well.
that's Audi lah. Audi's interior is sterile lah. You know how it is lah. But okay, my impression is like this. Again, like the understeer is ridiculous. But on the motorway, on the highway, it's comfortable enough. I've driven both S60 and these two cars. So if it's my only car, the only problem with the S60 is that it doesn't when you want to put your foot down, it doesn't excite you. It doesn't excite you. At least the S4 excites you when you put the foot down. You know, handling. Let's say both the cars aren't great in handling, not known for its handling. I mean, especially the S60. I mean, you can wrestle the S60, but it's a heavy car. It's a really heavy car. But I think the S4, both of them had the weak link is the steering. Sometimes the steering is a bit like you don't know where the steering is pointing.
Yeah.
But I would choose the Audi S4 because if I really have to choose between these two, I choose the Audi S4. And I was driving through the small, the British roads, the B roads. You know, they're super small, right? I was behind a 530D wagon, right, estate. And he could carve out the corner. He was more confident than me because I don't know where my front wheel was pointing. That was my problem with the S4. Yeah, I just couldn't get a good intuitive feel. But this is a Polestar lah.
Okay, the S60 is definitely the more handsome one.
That's true. But I think I would choose the S4 because when I put the foot down, there's more drama. Yeah,
it's a 3 liter lah, bro.
Yeah. It's more drama.
It's a fantastic 3 liter engine. Yep.
But it also depends up to you. If you are a guy that just want to have a comfortable ride and have the S60 does it ridiculously well. S4 you may not have the full level of comfort like S60. It's still comfortable enough, right? But I don't think it gives you that level of comfort. But it gives you a bit of drama lah.
Yeah, but let's bring Chu Yang's opinion into the picture. You'll enjoy the S4 for the first month, then you'll appreciate the Volvo every day from that point onwards.
Yeah, I know Chu Yang is pro Volvo, but
I cannot deny this
as
an
ex-Volvo
owner, right? Every time when a Volvo test car come back, you see, I'm at the stage whereby I don't really feel like driving test cars. Whenever there's test car, I do my stuff. I just park it back there. I don't touch them. But Volvos, I would prefer to drive them over my own cars, even for doing my own thing, errand and all that. They're just the modern Volvos are just so nice. Okay, when I say so nice to drive, I don't mean it in the context of Thomas's mountain road car.
No, you know what? No. I tell you one thing. I tell you one thing. As a person who likes crashing my car or driving fast and stuff. But I tell you, Volvo, in my opinion, is a driver's car because it's a different kind of driver's car. It's the kind of car that pampers the driver. It really pampers the driver.
It's so nice.
And I actually enjoy the view more. I take in the view more because I'm less concerned about the driving. I'm absorbing the environment, So the Volvo is ridiculously. It's just great lah. It's great.
It's just so damn nice to drive daily. You reverse out, you turn down the ramp and all that. Throttle response, everything is just wonderful.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Wait, I think Kang Wee Ming is asking the question a few times already about the 86 BRZ or SLK. Okay, if you are a crazy driver or you like to drive spiritedly, then the BRZ 86 hands down. If you want a nice car, there's cool factor. I think SLK very very straightforward
Z4.
Boxster.
Yeah.
A 97 Boxster. Yeah.
All right.
Okay. Best baller luxury SUV for 600K from Johnny Adams, new or used?
Cayenne,
Cayenne, hands down, is it does everything so well. It's so hard to beat a Cayenne. It's so hard to
Cannot
beat a
fight.
Cayenne.
Actually, I can't argue against that.
They
Cannot
do
fight.
everything well. It's like how you beat the Cayenne? Bentayga? No.
Your budget goes up to this level, right? Cayenne just, the Bentayga like never depreciate one. Why this car never depreciate one? I thought
But
Bentley,
700K, right?
No.
Get a Cayenne, get the latest Cayenne S. You can get one for 700K. I feel.
freaking Bentayga still.
Actually, I
800K.
think can't argue against the Cayenne, man.
Cannot.
And, speaking of the Cayenne, I've got a story to share. A friend of mine once told me his father was looking to buy a new SUV, and my friend's father is an MD of a very, very big company, and he mingles in a social circle that includes members of our royal families. So
Yeah.
he's the criteria in his mind was that he wanted something that allows him to measure up to his social circle, but at the same time not upstage them. So he can afford a Bentayga, he can afford an Urus, but if he were to arrive in a Bentayga, having to lunch at a golf club with a Sultan, he then looks like he's going to upstage it. But the Cayenne, if he arrives in the Cayenne, he does not embarrass himself, yet at the same time he puts himself up where he can, hey, I'm not that far down. Yeah. So in that when you go that high up, right, the Cayenne in a way sort of transcends class. Yeah.
But
And the reason I brought up the Bentayga is because even though at more higher value, I mean like the price tag, I still feel the Cayenne is still a better package.
But of course, interior cannot fight Bentayga lah. But
Cannot lah. I mean, it's a Bentley.
Cannot fight.
But in the package lah. The other car I would possibly really like maybe take a second look at is a Range Rover. Yeah. Yeah, because it's a proper SUV, not it's like proper like it won't handle it won't give you the comfort like a Cayenne.
No.
But you know what? You say baller SUV ma. Hey, you got a black Range Rover, like tinted out black. Hey, that's baller AF, man. Come on.
It doesn't drive like a Cayenne. Cayenne.
It doesn't. And it's not meant to be. Range Rover is not been driven like that. And maybe I got a soft spot for Range Rover because I grew up my dad driving Discoveries. My granddad had a Range Rover, It's baller. It's baller.
Hey, I love the Velar.
Oh no! Why the Velar?
It's beautiful, bro. It's just so beautiful. Until I drive it, the pairing of drivetrain, engine, and gearbox tuning calibration, like no efforts put in.
Yeah.
They didn't put in effort in tuning it nicely, Same goes with the E-Pace, F-Pace. So, but it's such a beautiful car. But it's not 700,000 now. It's like 500. Yeah. Anyway, the Cayenne, a word of advice, if you are buying a used or Recon or Cayenne, you buy the one with these few things, right? You must have the Porsche, what do you call it? The Porsche PCCM? No,
PCCB will be the brakes. PASM.
No, that's the brakes. No, PASM.
The adaptive dampers.
Basically, you must buy the Cayenne with the rear wheel steer.
The new gen.
And the 700,000 definitely the new generation. And the one with the 48 volt active anti-roll bar. These two things.
Oh, yes.
Oh, hey, I tell you, this
corner is crazy, stupid.
Transform the car. It freaking transformed the car, man. The car
I feel that the way the car take corners is so ridiculous.
Crazy. I was fortunate enough to attend the international drive in Greece, and that was one of my most memorable drives. And we were diving into those really tight roads and all that. Your mind was anticipating the tires to squeal, but when these things kick in, right, the car just turn like that. For a 2 over ton SUV to do that, right? It's just crazy.
Mind bending.
Yeah. And then one Singapore journalist, he crashed the same car 2 times during the drive. Twice. Yeah. But okay, anyway. No, first time he went into, because those are really medieval roads, and it's so tight. There are houses, medieval houses around the road that your side mirror will just be passing somebody else's window when you're driving around the roads. It's those medieval roads. The houses are really, like, if I'm inside the house, right, I can open the window and touch your car when your car passes by. It's that near, So, and the road sides, the side of the road is like, they were chipped off and all that. So one of his wheels went into those and bursted one wheel and scratched the rims and all that when it was turning. And then parked by the roadside. Then the Porsche team came and helped him change tire. After change tire, continued driving. His rear fender hit another house.
Say lo. What must be TLM?
Yeah. So, get the one with the 48 volt anti. Wow, HP power.
Beautiful.
This car is just amazing to drive, lah. Amazing.
You just somehow feel like, hey, is this car really an SUV? That's when I drive that car. It's like, is this an SUV? That's a question I ask myself.
Yeah, it's amazing. It's amazing. Yeah.
There
was a part I was.
It doesn't come with PDK. It comes with the 8-speed. I think 8-speed, right?
Yeah, 8-speed.
But you won't miss the PDK. You won't miss the PDK on the car.
I think the Panamera and the Cayenne both come with the 8-speed.
Yeah.
Okay, there's one question over here. Let's move on a little bit. This one I like to talk about. Okay, A250 versus Golf GTI is only car.
Where?
Yep. Okay.
Golf GTI.
When I test drove the A250, right? I sorry, apologize. The guys who learn like Mercedes or really buy A-class. The A250 interior for me doesn't make it. The other problem for me, the biggest problem with me, is the way the engine sounds. When it sounds so weird. When you rev the engine, it's like, ew. It's like, you look at the exterior so sporty, like you buy a cake, and the cake looks so delicious. Then when you take the first bite, it's like doesn't taste, and then you take a second bite, like, then you are forced to finish your cake because you bought it, tell your friends you bought. I think the A250 has that is my problem with the A250. The Golf GTI, like, I drove it back to back, and I drove not the 7.5, I drove the 7. It feels more luxurious. It handles better. The engine makes the right noise. The DSG farts and the growl is just, hands down, Golf GTI is the only car.
Same here.
I do not know whether it's the new generation or old generation A250. If it is the old one, definitely Golf GTI. If it's the new one,
also Golf GTI lah.
I will go for the Golf GTI, but he's not making too big of a wrong choice if it's the new one lah. Because
the only thing about the Golf GTI is, right, if you're talking about Mark 7 or Mark 7.5, right, if you're looking at Golf GTI, then the question comes, why not straight away Golf R?
Yeah.
Yeah. Some people like the front wheel drive. If I have to choose, I would choose the Golf GTI because I like front wheel drive. I like the fact that hatchbacks are front wheel drive. Yeah, and there's something really naughty about it. If I want to pay the price for a Golf R, I will look for a Club Sport. Yeah.
But they solved this problem, in the Mark 6, right? In the Mark 6, the GTI is more lively to drive than the Golf R in the Mark 6. But in the Mark 7, to me, is fine.
But if you want a naughty hatchback, Megane RS 280.
But manual lah. Some people just don't want the manual thing.
Yeah, you got manual, you got EDC also now. You got the RS 300 EDC, but the price is way higher lah. But definitely the Megane has the formula for a proper hatchback, torsion beam. I
don't like the new interior though. I like the old interior.
You buy this kind of hatchbacks, right? You don't care about the interior. You just
the
want
interior was a fluence interior.
It's beautiful. It's beautiful.
I
The
don't
whole
like
interior is prettier than.
Miyagi, the guy from Miyagi, Bryson, who details my friend who details car. He has a RS 265, I think, trophy. And then he modified his air intake, you know. So every time he exhausts, like every time the gun, right, it's like inside the car. He's like, hey bro, your aircon damn cool.
Wow, I like this question. Kuhan Vijayan. Audi
S7
S7 or F10 M5?
Where is it? Or S7 or F10 M5? M5.
You know, even I am having
M5
trouble
M5
deciding this.
Yeah. Why, Con? Why are you having trouble deciding this?
Yeah, why?
I don't know, because I do not know if the S7 is the car that I would like discount straight away. I think, of course, I would gravitate towards the M5.
Yeah.
Right?
Definitely,
But I just
you have 2E39.
But it's so sad, right? The used car value of an F10 M5 is around that of an S7, actually. You know, technically S7 is, you know, like a 535i value, right?
Correct.
Right. But yeah, Audi S7.
Wow.
Yeah. I mean, driving wise, as much as we don't like the F10 M5, it still drives better than Audis of this generation.
True.
Yeah.
True.
Right.
True.
But the A7 has that panache, you know, like it looks like a baby Panamera in a way. Frameless. It actually is in a way it's also not. I mean, Panamera is like. Have you ever think like why Panamera doesn't come with frameless doors, right? Whereas the A7 has it.
Yeah.
And then the hatchback, the boot, the A7 looks timeless, you know, compared to the
Correct.
F10 M5. It looks timeless. That design, especially the pre-facelift.
But then when you start driving it, you wish you were in a BMW.
But the thing is this, when you are in cars of, as cars go larger, right, BMW's advantage started to disappear.
Yeah, correct.
True.
You know,
As a cruiser, I think the S7 would still be okay. I think the M5 is a great cruiser as well.
Yeah.
You know.
Okay, here's something from
this Audi engine is more reliable than this BMW engine.
True. The M5, by the way, this F10 M5 is known to be.
BMW is not known to make reliable V8s.
Yes.
Yeah.
So yes, the S7 in for reliability.
Okay, here's something from Theophilus.
Okay, let's see.
Do you consider Lexus and even Infiniti equivalent to the German premiums? Lexus, probably. Infiniti, no.
I've been chauffeured in the Infiniti. I wasn't impressed. You know.
Currently, I will put Infiniti more or less the same as Mazda. Pseudo premium. Except the price lah. Lexus, in my mind, is above BMW, Mercedes, you know.
The interior, yeah, definitely.
Lexus, in my mind, is above Audi and BMW.
Yeah.
Not Mercedes.
Yeah. The interior is ridiculously, it's fantastic. And there's something about the Lexus interior is for the eyes, right? It's very calming. It's not like it doesn't. It makes you feel like you can relax in the car.
I think the one thing that strikes me is that when I sit in a Lexus versus I sit in an Infiniti, you can see the effort in Lexus.
I see Lexus and Mercedes together one side, and BMW and Audi on one side.
Yeah.
Then Infiniti, one side.
Infiniti with Mazda later with Mazda. You know? As in Mercedes-Benz and Lexus, right? They can pull crazy stuff, and people accept it. But when Audi and BMW try to do crazy stuff, right? Crazy as in, you know, like
High price.
S-Class
L-
Coupe,
LFA, that kind of stuff. Yeah.
LC 500. BMW and Audi actually occupies a very narrow niche in the premium segment.
Yeah,
Once-
they dominate this, and then you go up, cannot really.
Even 7 Series and A8 level, they are already struggling to assert an authority already. All right. 5 Series and A6, yes, they are very, very strong, but 7 Series A8, you see that they are good, but really struggling to assert themselves really.
Yeah, it's just that Lexus, I don't know lah. I don't know what is their direction now, because they seem to have totally lost their confidence in going head on with the German segments. The sedans and all that. They give up all this, right? So that felt a bit sad lah. Yeah, lor.
I think let's do a few more questions before we end. I think it's quite late already.
Yeah, lor. I think
two more questions.
Okay, here's one for you, Wagon Man. Any practical modern wagon to choose other than the RS4 or RS6?
But if you don't care about the power, like
I think
it's too bad Volvo no longer sells the V90 here.
Hey, the V60, the 2010, the T5, T4. Hey, I thought about it once. If let's say I really want to be a mobile detailer on Evo Club car wash, right? Like I will take the Audi. I'll try to fit everything into the Audi. the Volvo V60.
I think he mentioned ridiculous performance and price lah. Right?
Yeah, so cannot
definitely the E-Class wagon is more practical than the RS60.
E63.
It's a way larger boot, and the E63, my God, the way it drives.
Ooh, that car is outright scary, man.
Yeah. I can only wish my RS6 has that much of drama,
Yeah.
The
Thomas,
E63's drama, and the way it drives is beautiful.
The E63 was the first car that made me swear on video.
Really? Mine was the SM90 Stradale.
Someone mentioned Panamera Turismo. Panamera Turismo, yes, it's a wagon, but it's not that more spacious than the Panamera, It's only slightly, but it drives beautifully. Panamera, it just
looks really good. Yeah.
I have no idea why Panamera Turbo doesn't hold their value. Somehow Porsche passenger cars, they just don't have that magic, that Porsche magic.
So Kong Xiong is saying he's the owner of a 508 SWGT, right? So
lovely car.
Yeah, if I think if you don't look at the Audi RS4 and the RS6, Con is like going to vomit or something. I think the Panamera Sport Turismo is a really good looking car. I have some qualms with the interior, but the way it looks outside is forgivable. Everything is forgivable.
Your feeler suggests the V60R or the 508 wagon.
You know what?
But V60 you can't bring it in Malaysia. We don't have one in Malaysia.
Guys, when I was considering my Audi S4 Avant, right, Jack Barrath visited. The time Jack Barrath came to Malaysia, and that was also the year that Peugeot launched the 508 SWGT, which is the diesel variant of the 508, which has the front double wishbones. And I actually asked Jack Barrath, I was like, should I go for the 508 SWGT or the Audi S4 Avant? I did cross-consider, and they were about, the Audi is slightly more expensive. And Jack Barrath told me, he was like, a diesel wagon, you're going to have those down the road. But a supercharged Audi, I don't think they're going to continue it after this. I was a bit amazed because that was the first time Audi made a supercharged 3-liter supercharged engine, and Jack Barrath already told me that they would not make another one. And I was like, why? But true enough, They did not make another one.
Mm.
So because he told me that there won't be another supercharged Audi, so I went for the Audi lah. But the SW GT is fantastic. It's a fantastic car.
Anyways, another gift. Chu Yang says he has a C180 Estate for unridiculous performance and price.
Fucker salesman.
I have to charge you ad money, Chu Yang.
Okay lah, guys. I think let's give it a wrap. If you guys like this format, let us know. Thank you so much for joining us. I think this is great, and I think we'll continue this, Con, next week.
We'll be back next week, but we're looking at next week we'll do Monday lah.
Yeah. And thanks for having me as a surprise guest.
Yeah. We actually planned to do it yesterday, but because it was lockdown and PM had to make speech, so okay, never mind.
All right, guys. Thank you. Tomorrow,
thanks for inviting me as a surprise guest.
Hey,
stay tuned. We will all, the rest of us from the Horizon team will continue to make all this homemade videos to keep you entertained this period. I actually still have because of this lockdown, right? We have one test car is we couldn't return. We have the Isuzu D-Max with us until the end of lockdown. So I am thinking of what I can do with that.
All right, guys. Good night. I just want to show my new chair, my new Xiaomi chair.
Hey,
okay?
Chair one, man.
Huh?
So you only make phone one, or?
Yeah, it's from Xiaomi.
Wow.
500 over ringgit. So nice.
Okay, so just a reminder to tune in tomorrow. If you want entertainment, we have a professional rocker playing music for you tomorrow, 7:30.
LXTM Rock.
STM Rock. And you want to hang out with me and Darren on Friday? We're going to talk about detailing Top Gear on Friday.
Yeah, and of course, Bobby and I will be back next Monday. Take more of your questions. And until next week, guys, take care, stay safe, and round of applause to our Lexus man HP Tan for timely flashing out all the graphics and all that. Thank you, HP.
Oh, this guy is amazing.
Good
night, everybody.
Take care, guys. Good night.
Bye.
Bye.